Puritan England. Today's learning objectives is to be able to explain what life was like in Puritan England under Oliver Cromwell. And the outcomes will be you have found out what life was like in Puritan England and show your understanding through poster work. You should have produced a poster that meets all the success criteria, which will be explained later, and you might have used what you have learned to answer the extension questions that are provided as well. The literacy focus will be reading with meaning. Please pause now. So your task is to read the information sheet on Puritan England that you have been provided with. You will need to create a poster explaining to people what life was like in Puritan England. The success criteria that you will be marked against and carried out by other students in your class will be as follows: that your work covers a double page. It comes with a catchy title. It will have at least 5 facts on life in Puritan England, has supporting pictures, and is colourful. Additionally, it will need annotating with notes. The extension questions will also need to be tackled. Explain what are some of the problems with Puritan England. Take your understanding and tell me what you disagree with about Puritan England. Secondly, put yourself in the position of people in the 17th century. Do you think they would have been happy living in Puritan England? Place the Puritans in their correct context. What came before? What life was like with the Puritans? How would they cope with the change? Thirdly, if you were allowed to change Puritan England, what changes would you recommend? And why would you recommend them? And finally, can you defend Oliver Cromwell and his policies? In tackling the extension questions, you move beyond the gathering of information and you start to analyse and evaluate the impact of the Puritans, their beliefs, on the way that people in England lived their lives. Please pause. Finally, this is the peer assessment sheet that you will be using to mark one another's work. The success criteria that we mentioned earlier are listed down here on the left-hand side, and on this side here we are issuing the marks awarded. How well is each of these criteria fulfilled, 1 through to 5, to give a total score out of 25. Down here, the best thing about your work is some guidance is provided over here. You've given a catchy title, good interesting facts, you presented your work neatly. So we're providing scope for developed feedback that you're going to give to one another. In the same way that you would expect the standard from your teachers, we expect you to be in the habit of doing it yourself. And finally down here, the one thing that you could have done better, the even better if. Please be aware again that this needs to be explained as fully as possible. Your teacher will reserve the right to actually record the quality of the marking that you have provided, as well as the quality of the poster work that you have presented for marking.